Hello and welcome back to reading my Radioapple fanfic. I wrote this fanfic on Wattpad, and in my comments I will link my Wattpad in case you want to read all this yourself or read any of my other fanfics. This is chapter 32 of my Radioapple fanfic, and this is the final chapter of this story. Also, at the end of this, I will try to explain what I'm doing after this. This final chapter has a smut warning, a warning. You have to be 18 plus. You have to be an adult. If you are not an adult, you must scroll away right now. Right now, this is only for adults. You have to be 18 or older. Also, ignore my eyes. They've been kind of droopy and red. I've been a little sick. But anyway, let's get into it. They ran inside the hotel, avoiding everyone and using the elevator. Lucifer and Alistair planned on running off to their bedroom, but instead they walked past one of the empty rooms that had a hot tub in it. They looked at it and grinned at each other, knowing they both wanted to use it together. They both decided to get in naked and had bubbles on and everything. They used that alone time together to talk more and make out. Alistair held him close. This was his king, and he loved the beautiful angel in front of him. Lucifer had his arms wrapped around Alistair's waist and looked into the eyes of the demon he somehow tamed. They absolutely were in game for each other. "Lucy, I think you're happy to see me," Alistair chuckled. He could feel Lucifer's chicken begin to harden against him in the water. Lucifer blushed. "I could say the same about you." He reached down to feel Alistair's chicken, too, with his hand, slightly stroking it. Alistair lowered his ears and rolled his eyes, blushing too. "Do you want to stay in the water or move to the bed?" he asked and gave him another kiss. "I'd F you right here in the hot tub. What do you think about it?" Lucifer said seductively. Before Alistair had a chance to answer, a third voice answered instead. "Oh, you are fucking kidding me right now." Both Lucifer and Alistair pause and look around, wondering who the fuck said that. "Al, this room was empty, right?" Lucifer questioned. "Yes, as far as I could tell," Alistair replied. "Down here, you fucking idiots," the voice shouted again. They both looked over on the floor, and there sat Vox, just a tablet screen without a body still. Apparently Lilith didn't get rid of all the V's after all. "Why the hell are you even here?" Alistair said in disgust. "This is my room, you dipshit. I was giving the hotel a shot. Tell me why the fuck you're naked in the hot tub with him," Vox yelled in annoyance. "That's my fiancé, Mr. TV Man. I'll be naked with him all I want," Lucifer said and threw one of his random rubber ducks at Vox's screen face. He pulls them rubber ducks out of his butt, I swear to God. "Fiance? What the fuck?" Vox shouted, confused and shocked. "Vincent here is just jealous I didn't want his desperate ass," Alistair said to Lucifer. "I am not jealous. You laughed at the idea of having a friend before, and now you're marrying this guy?" Vox was furious and just didn't understand. Alistair was amused and decided to just start making out with Lucifer in front of Vox. Lucifer was happy to melt into his lover's lips. Vox just yelled and his screen glitched, showed static from him wanting them to stop. Alistair just continued to think it was funny. "At least do shit in your own fucking room," Vox screamed at them, hoping they would just leave. "I don't think so," Alistair replied and looked at Lucifer. "Lucy, grab him and mount that TV on the wall. We're gonna make that bitch watch us." "Oh, you're evil. I like it." I put a little evil face. "Yes, sir," Lucifer said in a seductive tone. Then he jumped out of the hot tub, picking up Vox as Vox was screaming and glitching, trying to beg him to stop. Lucifer found the perfect spot to hang him up, facing the bed. Alistair hopped out to help him mount the TV face. They got him perfectly on the wall. "That's perfect, Lucy," Alistair said with his villain smile on. "You're really gonna make me watch you sick fucks?" Vox was flabbergasted. "It's a bit of payback, too, from when you had me tied to a chair forced to watch you and Valentino. Karma's a bitch, Vincent," Alistair responded. "This is stupid. You're not even the type to have smecks," Vox shouted. "Oh, I definitely changed that about him," Lucifer chimed in to gloat. "He does all kinds of things with me and to me." He wiggled his eyebrows. Me trying to wiggle my eyebrows. "Yes, and I'm gonna take that butt of yours now," Alistair said, throwing Lucifer to the bed. I don't know, Al. I think I want to be top this time. Lucifer pushed him down instead to climb on him. Fight me for dominance, Lucy. Let's put on a good show. Alistair pulled his head down to French kiss. His tongue needed to explore Lucifer's mouth. This is fucking ridiculous. It should have been me, not this weak-ass fallen angel, Vox yelled, but the couple just laughed about it and continued. It boosted Lou's ego to know he has someone nobody else could get, and Alistair got thornier. I need to censor myself more, seeing Lucifer's confidence grow. Lucifer licked down Alistair's torso and down to his eggplant that was hard as a rock. Lucifer stroked it and started smucking. Al pulled Lou's blonde hair and moaned. He knew how to use that snaky tongue of his very well, but instead of making him spew, he flipped Alistair on his stomach. Lucifer had him bent over to get a good view of his lover's bum. He spread Alistair's cheeks apart and started eating his bum out. His tongue wouldn't stop and so moist. Alistair couldn't help but moan and grip the headboard. Lucifer bit Al's butt cheek, leaving a mark. He wanted to leave hickeys all over him like Al did to him. Alistair tried to dominate by getting back on top and slipping fingers into Lucifer's opening. Lucifer moaned, but didn't let him keep the dominance. You won't top me that easy, Lucifer whispered smexily in Al's ear. He slipped fingers into Alistair's opening too. They both were fingering at the same time, which helped them both ease up. But Lou meant it. He would keep the dominance. He was more forceful, more powerful than Alistair. If Alistair did BDSM on Lucifer, it was because Lucifer would let him, but truthfully, Lou was strong enough to hold him down and take advantage as much as he wanted. He used his angelic strength to hold Alistair's wrists down to the pillow with one hand and using the other to scratch down Alistair's chest. He reopened the wound that he stitched up and licking the blood that ran out. It didn't taste good, but he found it kinky. It made Alistair wince, but the pain was mixed with pleasure. Lucifer straddled him and positioned his bum over Alistair's erect eggplant and sat on it after using spit to ease it inside him. Not to be fooled, Lucifer was in control. He moved his hips on top of Alistair so good and made Al rub his chicken while he bounced on his. Lucifer leaned back with his hands on Al's legs, bouncing harder and harder on top of him. Oh, fuck, Lucy. Choke me out, Daddy. Alistair begged, wanting more pain for pleasure. Oh, happy to. Lucifer wrapped his hands around Al's neck, squeezing tightly, and Al started bucking his hips aggressively into Lucifer's bum. He was hitting his prostate, and they both were coming close to completion. They both came at the same time. Al inside of Lou and Lou all over Al's stomach. He removed a hand from Al's neck and ran his fingers in his spumen, then making Alistair suck it off his fingers. It was hot and sweaty and kinky, but to top it off, they both lay there romantically looking into each other's eyes in the afterglow, and they kissed lovingly, forgetting the rest of the world exists. They lay there now, cuddled together and whispering lovely things to each other. Wait, is Vox even still watching? Lucifer asked, forgetting he was even still on the wall. They both looked over, only to see a stunned Vox face frozen in place that was speechless. He saw everything and was shocked to his core. He just froze. It makes Alistair laugh maniacally. That's what he deserved, Alistair stated. Lucifer laughed too and kissed Alistair again. They didn't have to deal with angry exes anymore. They had a family together, and to top it off, they would soon share the title Kings of Hell. And this is all I have for the final chapter. This book is now completed. We finished it together. And so I've been working on 2 other fanfics, and I'm not finished with either one yet. I'm going to make a video where I show both of them. One of them is a sequel to this that I'm working on. I am working on a Radioapple sequel. But there's not as much done of that as the other one. I'm going to make a video just kind of like showing you screenshots and what I've done so far, and we'll decide together what I read next. I hope you enjoyed. Bye! This is kind of sad. I loved this.